Hello, Medical Lake High School students. You have no idea how exciting it is for me to look into this camera and address you and once again celebrate the opportunity I have to serve you as the principal at Medical Lake High School. As you can see, I'm masked up and I'm in the studio at the high school with Mr. Blaine and Mr. Perry. And our goal for today is one, just to welcome you back and hopefully answer some questions that you might have and tell you about some exciting things that are going to be happening. But before that, I do want to do this in person. So for those of you that don't know me, you can recognize my face when you see me, hopefully soon. Like very soon, but we never know. But anyways, this is me, Mr. Spring, principal at Medical Lake High School, and here we go with our welcoming video for the 2020-21 school year.
Well, Cardinal students, welcome back. I'm Mr. Blaine. I'm the assistant principal and athletic director. Although right now I feel like Ron Burgundy without a script that I'm reading from, so I got my notes here. I wish I didn't have to say welcome back, through a video, but I'll take it, and I hope that this message finds you well, rested, and ready to start the school year virtually. Please stay tuned to the video to learn about what school is going to look like. We're confident that the video is going to answer a lot of questions, but if you have a question that's not answered, please reach out to us. Myself, Mr. Spring, call our main office. We are going to take care of you, make sure that you know exactly what you need to do, and we're going to have a great school year. We're going to make it great. Cardinal students and families, as we share information in this video, I want to take a quick moment to recognize the work of our high school staff members and our teachers that are gearing up for a very unusual start to the school year. Everything from our class periods being changed to only 3 periods, to lengthening the class period, adjusting the way they're delivering instruction. It's a lot of work, and it's work that we don't normally do, so it's been challenging. But I'm so very proud of this staff, and I want to thank you, staff, if you're watching this, for your work. And Cardinal students and families, don't forget to give them a little love every now and then, because everything that we do here at school is for you. So thank you, staff.
I'm sure many of you have a pocket or two full of questions for us today, and hopefully we answer some of those questions. We probably won't answer all of them, but hopefully the most important ones. One being, what's school going to look like this year? And the answer to that is first of all, that's a great question. However, as you know, we're in a virtual model to start the school year. And with that, we've created a schedule that we feel made the most sense to maximize your ability as a student to be successful, while also maximizing our teachers' ability to manage a caseload of students, unlike traditional 6-period days where they have 5 periods a day, plan for 5 periods, and manage 100+ students. So our new model is a block schedule. There's 3 blocks throughout the day, and our block schedule has been sent to you via email. It is posted on our website, so I'm sure you're probably familiar with that at this point. However, essentially the schedule allows for students to participate in the first 3 periods of their school day in quarters 1 and 3. And it also provides students the opportunity to attend their periods 4, 5, and 6 during quarters 2 and 4. With that, there is going to be a gap. Example would be if you're taking Algebra 2 in the first quarter, first period, you would take it for the first quarter, and then you would take it for the third quarter. So there will be a window of a gap between that class. As I share these plans with you, it brings my mind to responsibility and how important this process will be from your end. in meeting some personal responsibilities. We will be taking attendance in every class. We are responsible to the state of Washington to report that attendance as well. So there will be attendance taken in all 3 of your classes daily. Friday's schedule will be modified, and we will be having our late start and our advisory just like we had last year. But I want to talk about this responsibility piece because your normal world allowed you to prepare for school very easily. You knew when to get up. You knew how long it took you to take a shower. You knew you had to get some food in your belly, and you knew how long it took you to get either to the bus or to school in your vehicle. So you knew all these things that allowed you to prepare for your school day. We're here to simplify that with our block schedule as well. But that's still going to require a responsibility for you to get up out of that bed in a timely manner and be awake and be dressed and be showered and all the things that you did prior to distance learning. There obviously is more flexibility in distance learning than there was when you were in your seat. However, it's very important that when you enter your classroom at 8 o'clock, you present yourself in a way that was very similar to your original school day last year. Ideas for planning your day. I mean, I know my day starts the same way every day. Get up, exercise, read the paper, watch the news, eat breakfast, get in the shower, etc., 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 check my email, check my calendar for the day. All those things are great ideas for you to think about in what order am I going to have some level of organization in my morning. So, example, most of you carry cell phones. I think all of you do. Going into your calendar, using your calendar on your phone. When am I going to set my reminders? I can't be late for second period. I can't be late for third period. Really try to find a systematic approach to managing your day, similar to how you've always done it, but now it's way more your responsibility, and it's obviously going to look different than your organization of your day in the past. So one of the interesting things that I think you need to know about working in a block schedule. As you know, you normally have 6 periods in a quarter. Now you have 3. So that means that you're going to be spending double time in those 3 classes in order to earn your quarter and semester grades. So essentially, one class that normally takes you 4 quarters is only going to take you 2 quarters, double time. So think about that and the importance of attending, and that you're going to have to expect a little higher workload than you normally would in a normal 6-period day in each class.
All right, hey there, Cardinals. Quickly, I want to discuss our distribution day for school materials. We need to get you your Chromebooks and any other school materials such as textbooks or calculators, other reading books for your English classes. And we need to make sure we get you those items before Wednesday, September 2nd, when school begins. The distribution day information is on the newsletter, which is on our website. Please check the newsletter. Find your scheduled time of when you can come to the school to get your materials. If the designated time for your grade level and last name doesn't work for you, that's okay. Please call the main office and one of our awesome secretaries will take care of you. All right, Cardinals, as you know, schedules are available on August 28th. When you see your schedule, you will see 6 classes just like you normally would. But as we've shared, we're actually in a block schedule where we will only have class periods 1, 2, and 3 to start the school year. So as we progress through the school year, again, you will only have 3 classes at a time, starting out with 1, 2, and 3. So when you see your schedule, you're going to see 6 classes, but you're only going to have periods 1, 2, and 3 to start the school year. On November 9th, that will be the date when we start having class periods 4, 5, and 6. So first quarter, 1 through 3, second quarter, 4, 5, 6, and then third quarter goes back to 1, 2, 3, fourth quarter, 4, 5, 6. One important schedule note that I'd like to share, and that's the topic of schedule changes. Due to the complications of the master schedule and all of the nuances of creating independent student schedules that made sense for everybody, schedule changes this year are going to be extremely difficult. If you get your schedule and you feel there's been an error, like for instance, you were put in a math class that you already had and you already passed, that would be an example of a schedule mistake that needs to be fixed so that you get put into the right class. But finding out you're not in the same class with one of your best friends is not appropriate for a schedule change. So if you think there's been a mistake or if there's something paramount that needs to be fixed, you and parent guardians need to reach out to your school counselor to discuss your concern, and we'll see how we can take care of you. The timeline for when that needs to be completed by is Friday, September 4th. That is the first week of school, technically the third day of school. So again, if there is a serious concern with your schedule, you need to reach out to your school counselor by Friday, September 4th, so that we can look into what happened and see what we can do. Thanks, Cardinals. All right, Cardinals. Moving along here, Wednesday, September 2nd is our first day of school. Since we're starting virtually, you're going to need some things in order to be ready for that class, ready to join that class. Your student schedules were just recently completed, which means your teachers now know who they have in their classes. Teachers will be sending out the invites to that Google Classroom to your school email on Monday and Tuesday. So it is imperative that you check your school email on both of those days and look for your periods 1, 2, and 3 to get signed up for that Google Classroom, which then is going to give you the information for the Google Meet, allowing you to connect virtually on our first day of school, again, Wednesday, September 2nd. Cardinals, I know that Mr. Spring talked about the block schedule, so I'm not going to go into that extensively like he did. But I do want to share just a few quick tips. Number one, we only have 3 periods, but they're longer than our class periods usually are. They are 90 minutes long. At 9:30, you have a designated break until 9:45. And then from 9:45 to 10:30, that slot is designated for independent work time. That's for you to take care of business and any of your classes. Maybe you have something that you need to get done so you can get turned in. Whatever it may be, that's designated work time for you. At 12 o'clock, we all have lunch. Go and eat some great food, take a break. Don't even think about school during that 30 minutes. You need to unwind for a second. Get outside if the weather's nice, move around, enjoy your 30 minutes. At 12:30, we have access time built in for you to connect with any of your 3 teachers. Again, any of your teachers at 12:30, not just period 1 or 2, connect with anybody. That time could be used, maybe you have a question from that lesson, or you need a little more support to get an assignment done, or something along those lines. Your teachers are going to be available to you and ready to help. So make sure you reach out to them via phone or email or the Google Classroom, and they'll take care of you. Cardinal families, parents and guardians, this quick message is for you. Normally in September, we would have an open house to invite you into the building, give you an opportunity to meet your students as teachers, learn about their classes. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to offer that opportunity this year. However, we do feel it is very important that you have an opportunity to still meet your students as teachers and learn about their classes. So we've created a virtual meet your teacher / open house, if you still want to call it that, which is scheduled for next Thursday, September 3rd. What you can expect from your students as teachers is to be emailed a Google Meet link that will allow you to connect that evening to that class. So again, Thursday, September 3rd, the first period Google Meet will start at 5:30 p.m. in the evening. We specifically chose an evening time slot to maximize your ability to be present. 5:30 p.m. will be period 1, 6 o'clock p.m. will be period 2, and 6:30 p.m. will be period 3. Consequently, you'll have 3 emails from your students' 3 teachers. And you're welcome to join that. It's not mandatory, but we certainly encourage it because we want to get to know you, and we want you to feel comfortable with who your students' teachers are, learn about the class, ask some questions, and then know exactly who you need to talk to or how you can connect with your students' teachers if and when you might have questions about the class. So, Cardinal families, we look forward to seeing you next Thursday, September 2nd, for a virtual Meet Your Teacher evening. All right, Cardinals. I got a couple healthy habits, tips from the pros. I'm no pro, but I'll pretend to be for a moment, to help you as we work through this very strange time and very different start to our school year. Number 1, you need to check your school email frequently, like all the time. Like as often as you check TikTok or Instagram or those sites that you really enjoy using for your own personal enjoyment. Please check your school email as often as you can. It's very important. Number 2, set alarms for yourself in the morning. Getting up and being prepared for your first period virtual classroom is going to require you to probably be getting up and out of bed at between 7 and 7:30 a.m. in the morning so that you can be ready for class. Set alarm reminders for your block periods. As an example, period 2 starts at 10:30 on Monday through Thursday. If I were you, I would set a little reminder in your phone that at 10:15 you get dinged so you remember to join that class and you're there on time and your attendance is taken accurately. Set as many reminders as you possibly can. It'll help keep you organized. Cardinal students and families, I want to encourage you to navigate to the Medical Lake High School webpage and sign up for the text reminders option. This is a fantastic way for you to get information about what's going on at school and keep you privy to everything that's hot off the press. Cardinal students, ask questions. Again, unfortunately you're not going to be at school and the natural, organic way of communicating with your teachers and friends isn't going to exist like it normally did or like it will when we get back to normal. So ask questions, email your teacher, call your teacher, ask questions during the Google Meet. Lean on your peers that you're sharing these classes with. Because I guarantee you that if you're thinking something or maybe a little confused, you're not the only one in that class who's feeling that same way. So not only can you get your question answered, but you might also save somebody else who's thinking the same thing. And when you ask it, they say, "Whoo! Thank goodness somebody asked that question because I was thinking the same thing." Cardinal students, another healthy habit or tip here that I have for you is do your work. You have 3 classes. You're going to have assignments, projects, and a variety of learning activities that your teachers are going to ask you to do. The only way for your teachers to know what you know and what you're capable of is for you to actually turn in those assignments and show what you've learned. So Cardinal students, show us how great you are, show us how awesome you are, do your work, and stay strong through the process. Lastly, Cardinals, and I would encourage this to our students and our families, be active. Utilize your breaks to get out, stretch your legs, enjoy the nice weather while we have it in the fall. Get outside with your family, get outside, walk, spend time with your pets. Be as active as you can. When you're active, you will feel better about yourself, and it'll be easier for you to really plug in during your designated block periods if you've been taking care of yourself outside of designated school times.
I want to personally thank all of you for taking the time to view this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it was informative. And hopefully it generated some level of excitement to dive into something that's going to look a little different. 2 words that I've been using with our staff and certainly demonstrated with our students last spring. One is grace, the word grace. We are going to extend grace to families that need it, obviously students that need it, staff that needs it, etc. And our goal for this model is to continue to get better. We're not going to be perfect to start out with. So our goal is growth, grace and growth. We're confident that we can provide that to you. We want to once again welcome you to Cardinal Nation. And here we go, 2020, 2021. Class of 2021, don't worry. We took care of the class of 2020, and we're going to take care of you too. For everybody else, over and out. See you soon. Have a great day.